In 2004, workers in Jerusalem were digging a simple trench to fix a broken sewer pipe. But as the machines tore into the ground, they hit stone. Not just any stone. Massive, ancient steps, disappearing under centuries of earth. Archaeologists were called in, and soon realized this wasn't a random staircase. This was the Pool of Siloam, the very place where Jesus sent a blind man to wash in John chapter 9. Today, we're going to stand on those steps, look at the evidence, and see how this discovery shakes the confidence of skeptics and strengthens the faith of believers. The story is one of the most memorable in the Gospels. In the 9th chapter of John, Jesus encounters a man who was blind from birth. His disciples ask a question that reflects the thinking of the time. Who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? In that culture, a disability like blindness was often seen as a direct punishment from God, but Jesus corrects him, saying it happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him. Then, he does something strange. He spits on the ground, makes mud with his saliva, and applies it to the man's eyes. He gives him a simple command: go wash in the Pool of Siloam. The name Siloam, or Shiloah in Hebrew, means sent. It's a powerful detail. Jesus, the one sent from the Father, sends this blind man to a pool whose very name means sent. The man obeys. He goes, he washes, and he comes back seeing. This event wasn't just a physical healing, it was a profound spiritual statement. The water for this pool came from the Gihon spring, flowing gently through a tunnel. The prophet Isaiah even mentioned it centuries earlier, referencing the waters of Shiloah that flow gently. It was a known, life-giving source for the city. And on this day, it became the site of a life-changing miracle. Fast forward to 2004, as workers dug near the ancient core of Jerusalem, the city of David, their machinery struck that cut stone. Archaeologists from the Israel Antiquities Authority arrived and began carefully clearing the area. The ground was reluctant to give up its secrets, but step by step a monumental staircase emerged. These weren't small, simple steps. They were broad and grand, clearly designed for large numbers of people. They led down toward an ancient pool at the southern end of the city of David, right at the bottom of the valley. This location was critical. It was perfectly positioned along the main pilgrimage route that people would take to ascend to the temple. For years, scholars debated the exact location of the biblical pool. Some thought it was a smaller site further up the hill. But this discovery changed everything. So what exactly did the archaeologists find once the earth was cleared away? They uncovered a massive set of stone steps arranged in tiers, almost like bleachers, leading down into a large pool. This design was perfect for crowds of pilgrims who needed to enter the water for ritual purification, or Mikveh, before going up to the temple. It wasn't just a hunch. Buried in the plaster and mud of the pool's final days, they found a treasure trove of evidence. First-century pottery and, crucially, dozens of coins were discovered. The latest of these coins dated right up to the year 69 AD, just before the Roman destruction of Jerusalem in 70 AD. This confirmed without doubt that the pool was in use during the time of Jesus and was destroyed during the Great Jewish Revolt. Just as the historian Josephus described, the pool's water system was also traced back to Hezekiah's tunnel, an amazing engineering feat from the 8th century BC. This wasn't some small, symbolic baptismal font. It was a major, public, municipal landmark that perfectly fits the description in the Gospel of John. Let's connect the dots and walk through the scene as it likely happened. Jesus is in Jerusalem, probably during one of the great religious feasts when the city was overflowing with pilgrims. The blind man was likely begging along this very busy route, a path that thousands of people would have used. Pilgrims would arrive, come down these very steps to ritually wash in the Pool of Siloam, and then begin their ascent up the Pilgrim Road to the Temple Mount. When Jesus told the blind man, "Go, wash in the Pool of Siloam," he wasn't sending him to a mythical place. He sent him to a real, bustling, public location in this real city. Today, you can stand on these very stones and imagine that man, guided by hope, feeling his way down the steps. You can picture him splashing the cool water on his eyes, washing away the mud and the lifetime of darkness. And you can imagine him opening them to the light for the very first time, seeing the faces, the sky, and the stones of Jerusalem. This discovery brings that powerful moment out of the pages of Scripture and places it onto the solid ground of history. So, does this archaeological find prove the Bible? It's an important question. Archaeology, by its nature, can't prove a miracle. It can't prove that a man born blind was suddenly able to see. That remains in the realm of faith. But what archaeology does, time and time again, is confirm the historical and geographical setting in which these events are said to have occurred. It confirms the people, the places, the customs, and the details that the Bible mentions. In this case, the Pool of Siloam exists exactly where the Gospel of John implies it would be. It dates precisely to the time of Jesus. Its function as a large purification pool perfectly matches the Jewish purity practices of the era. This isn't a fairy tale pool in an invisible city. It's cut stone, flowing water, and coins you can hold in your hand, all testifying that the world described in the Gospels was a real world. The biblical author wasn't making things up. They were describing a real place that their audience would have known intimately. This brings us to the deeper meaning of the story. The physical healing of the blind man was just the beginning. The real miracle in John 9 isn't just about eyes opening, it's about a heart recognizing who Jesus is. As the story continues, the healed man is interrogated by the religious leaders. At first, he just calls Jesus the man. Then, he calls him a prophet. Finally, when he meets Jesus again, he declares, "Lord, I believe," and he worships him. His physical sight led to spiritual insight. This is a powerful metaphor for all of us. As modern people, we can be standing right on top of the evidence. We can see the stones, read the history, and still be blind to the truth of who Jesus is. This discovery of the Pool of Siloam is incredible. But the point isn't just to say, wow, the Bible is historically accurate. The greater invitation is to let this evidence prompt a deeper question, the same one the blind man faced. Who is this man? Jesus. It's an encouragement to pray, "Lord, open my eyes." So, a routine sewer repair led to the unearthing of ancient steps, which led us directly to the Pool of Siloam and a powerful confirmation of the world. Described in John chapter 9, it's a stunning reminder that the stories of faith are rooted in real history. If this discovery strengthened your faith, hit that like button so more people can see it. And let me know in the comments, do you think discoveries like this are important for Christians today? We'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe, because next, we're retaking a deep dive into the house of Peter at Capernaum and another incredible site where archaeology and the Gospels meet. Thanks for watching.